What's up, guys? Welcome back to the second match here with Emeria Saheeli. Looks like we won the die roll, and we would like to play first, yes. So let's take a look at our opening hand here. It's alright. We have Wall of Omens, and we have some stuff to play on turn 3. I think this is an acceptable keep. We'd like to see a third land pretty soon, but otherwise, I think this is a pretty solid start. I mean, we don't have much interaction here, but hopefully it'll be a grindy matchup. Because as I said before, the combo matchup is really pretty bad. We rely on our negates pretty heavily. So we're gonna play Flooded Strand. We're gonna crack it for a Sacred Foundry just to minimize life loss, and we'll cast a Wall of Omens. Spirebluff Canal. So this indicates to me either Storm or Delver, I guess. More likely Storm. And if it's Storm, then we're gonna just be racing for the turn 3 or turn 4 combo, basically. Let's just go ahead and crack our fetch here, get a Sacred Foundry, because we're not grinding in this matchup. Let's just say that, unfortunately for us. All right, so we have part of the combo. Now we just want to hit lands, right? All right, that's that's not a land. Best play would be drawing a land next turn. Sleight of hand, yeah. So this is almost definitely Storm. The good thing is they did not have a creature to play on turn 2, but they could still easily play one on turn 3 and go off, which is the scary part. All right, land. Land. Not a land. So what's more useful, a Lone Missionary or a Spreading Seas to draw a card? So 4 life is not irrelevant against Grape Shot. However, drawing a card to get us a land maybe it might be important, which is what I'm gonna go for. It could be wrong, but I think we just want to push our own game plan. And yeah, so now we're at least setting up for a turn 5 combo, hopefully, and maybe we can cut them off of colors just a little bit here. It's unlikely. And they may have the combo right here and then. And this is one of the downsides of a deck like this. It's that combo decks basically almost get I wouldn't say a free win, but it's close to it, at least game 1. The fact that we have a turn 4 combo is a plus, but Storm can oftentimes be a turn 3 kill, which is maybe what we're about to see here. Yep, there's the ritual. There's going to be a bunch more rituals, Manamorphose. Yeah. Our opponent is going to have a good time here. Definitely one of the reasons not to play a deck like this. Because the combo matchup is pretty abysmal, but you can grind your way through decks like Eldrazi Tron, Grixis Shadow, Abzan, Jund. So you have a lot of grindability here. All right, so looks like your opponent wants us to give them 2 cards. So they have enough mana for the ritual, so I kind of want to take away the ritual, but no matter what, they'll be able to get 1 ritual. The question is Manamorphose more important or the ritual? I don't want them to draw a card, but I have a feeling they have ways to draw a card anyway. So I'm gonna bin them. Manamorphose, and which one is the Splice? That's the Splice, and bin the Desperate Ritual. Give them Noxious Revival and a Ritual. Regardless, they should probably be able to go off anyways. If they have something like a Past in Flames, it really depends. If our opponent is thinking here, which is odd. And it gives me a little bit of hope. Wow. Did they just whiffed? They whiffed, guys. All right, we have one more turn. One more turn. So if we draw an untapped land here, no untapped land. Okay. I think setting up for the combo is going to be the most important. And if they try to send a Grape Shot at Saheeli, then we're going to feel pretty good about that. And we just want to get an untapped land off the top. That is, wow. That is not an untapped land, and I have a feeling we're going to want to win as soon as possible. So I'm going to set that to the bottom. And we're going to let our opponents see what they can do here. 4 lands, they have a creature out. It's pretty unlikely. We got 1 free turn there. What happened? I missed it. Oh, they cast Past in Flames. Oh, that's great. And they have 2 Metamorphos in the graveyard, so that's even better. So I think they have the kill here. We had 1 turn to try to win it, but we didn't quite get there. So we're gonna let our opponent go off here. If you haven't seen Storm in action, this is a pretty good lesson on what they do. Basically, just cast a bunch of rituals and then flash them back again with Past in Flames, which lets them cast instant sorcery cards from their graveyard. They gain flashback, and then they just cast a bunch of spells and increase their storm count, and then they cast a finisher like Grape Shot or Empty the Warrens or something like that. My guess is they're on the Grape Shot plan game 1, most likely. So we're going to try to give them the 2 cards that will at least reduce their storm count the most. And get them as far away as possible from a finisher. So there's the Grape Shot. There's another Past in Flames. So they're all set up here. I don't want to give them Grape Shot because then they can cast Grape Shot and then Past in Flames and then cast it again. However, if I give them a Ritual, they're going to have a ton of mana. They already have 1 Past in Flames in the graveyard. I think I'm going to bin the Desperate Ritual and the Grape Shot. Either way, though, our opponent is going to have a good time here. There's just not much we can do. They can go Past in Flames again now. They can even cast a bunch of like Serum Visions and things like that. Alright, so they cast another Past in Flames there. Some more rituals, sure. It's going to go to 13. 14, 15, 16. Cards in hand, Grape Shot. So I think we're going to get hit for what, 17? That's assuming there's nothing else. But of course, they're drawing cards here, so they have spells to cast. So they just need to hit 1 Metamorphose, 1 more Ritual, and I think they have enough to kill us. Alright, yeah, there's another Ritual. That's 16. Another gift. Oh boy. So I think they have us locked down here. They can go Past in Flames, Grape Shot, because they still have Past in Flames in hand. Yeah, we're gonna bin the Grape Shot and the Metamorphose, but we're dead. Actually, we're dead any which way you cut it. We're gonna just make sure our opponent knows what they're doing. Make him cast the Past in Flames in hand. Yep, there goes Past in Flames, and here comes Grape Shot. Yep. And let's see, sending them all at me. Would they like to redirect Saheeli? I mean, you never know. You never know, right? You gotta make sure. Alright. They're sending them. Okay, they're gonna be sending them all at me. So let's speed up this process here, and let's go to game 2. So game 2, we have a little bit of tools to bring in, right? We have a couple Rest in Peace here. It's gonna be pretty nice. Relic is also gonna be very nice. Negate, Dispel. Detention Sphere would be nice if they get on the empty plan. I guess we also have Supreme Verdict for that, though. I like Path to Exile. Mortar Pod seems pretty weak here. It doesn't do much. Lone Missionary also seems pretty poor. Spreading Seas a little weak as well. Maybe Detention Sphere is just unnecessary considering we have 3 verdicts already to deal with Empty the Warrens. And it also will deal with like any storm creatures they have out. I think having wall is important for that turn 2 draw effect. Maybe we can just cut both D-spheres, right? Or maybe just cut one Sun Titan instead. Yeah, because this matchup might be pretty fast. We want to get to Sun Titan, but we may not always get to. So having like relevant interaction to at least maybe hit a storm creature on turn 3 could be important. Yeah, I think the setup is alright. We're still going to want to jam the combo as fast as possible in a matchup like this. We don't do it as well as like straight up Jeskai Saheeli or even 4-color Saheeli because we have very few ways to filter through our deck. 4-color Saheeli can have Oath of Nissa, Jeskai Saheeli has Serum Visions and things like that. We just have 4 Wall of Omens to cycle through our deck. We have Corpse Sar, which is a little slow. Either way, I think we have ways to interact though. Would you like to play first? Yes. This is a mulligan. It would be nice if we had one more land. This is putting us to the test here, right? This is a pretty bad hand. We can answer and empty the Warrens, but they could easily just go on the Grape Shot plan. I think we're gonna go ahead and mulligan once more. And this hand is So Pat Exile is gonna be pretty important to dealing with one storm creature. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep that on top and play a Scalding Tarn, but not crack it. Yeah. So Path Exile is very, very important here. I'm going to go ahead and F6, because we're not going to be cracking that fetch line end of turn. We're going to be cracking it on our turn to cast Wall of Omens, and we're going to get a Hallowed Fountain. So going to 5 here and having 2 rough, I would say Sun Titan is pretty close to another mulligan. It's not quite, but we're just gonna hope to hit land drops and be on the Empty the Warrens plan. That's not quite a land drop. So yeah, this matchup is not gonna be very fun. Storm walks all over us. We have the tools. We have the tools out of the sideboard. Playing these games, I'm wondering if we need to be at like 24 lands, maybe some higher planes count. We have 4 6-drops in our deck. I feel like we really want to hit our land drops. Yeah, land maybe. So that is a land. I don't think we can quite afford to tap out for Saheeli. Our opponent could very easily just turn 3 combo us. I'm going to keep up the Path to Exile. Excuse me, sorry about that. Alright, looks like they're not playing anything, which is good for us, I would say. Alright, so I wanted to hit another land there, but that was an odd land to hit because it still puts us off of Path to Exile. But we could always Ghost Quarter ourselves. To get a planes, worst case scenario. And here I think we can just go ahead and draw a card. If that was my play, I maybe should have held the Ghost Quarter until I knew what I was drawing. Because we might just draw an untapped white source here, and we're going to feel pretty stupid. Wow. I did not pin my opponent on Dismember. I'll just say that. Let's see what our opponent wants to do here. Grape shot for 1. Kill Saheeli. Alright. Respecting the combo. Be my guest, friend. Alright, that's another verdict, which we can't exactly cast. Alright, there's our opponent's 4th land for our Gifts Ungiven, which could easily get us. Negate was a great draw, though. Negate lets us counter a Gifts Ungiven here. And then maybe Path to Exile a Storm creature down the road. Alright? So they're shocking. Pretty clearly going for that gift. We're going to say no thank you. Yeah, this is a rough matchup. They might just go for a main phase gift here. Pieces of the puzzle. Interesting. This looks like they just get a ritual. And they bend 2 storm creatures, which is nice for us. So we're getting a lot of time that I feel like we shouldn't really be getting here. I mean, we'll take it, right? I'd much rather actually have cast a Dispel on a Gifts Ungiven. But Dispel is not something I'm going to complain about. It's a tool we have to fight them. Alright, well that's another Dispel. So we're protected from gifts for a while. Alright, so they go ahead and play a land. Hitting more land drops than us, unfortunately. Alright, that's a land, and I'll take it. The issue is here now, like, I don't even feel comfortable tapping out for Sun Titan. Unless I get another Saheeli in the yard. In which case, I will be far more comfortable doing that. Alright, so they play another land. Playing some Drago magic here. Exactly what magic is all about. Saheeli. So, I'm actually going to go ahead and tap out for this. So, I can still keep up Dispel. Do they have Remand? Oh man, that's like worst case scenario, right? I'm not fighting over Remand. Okay. Like, I'd much rather actually have Saheeli in the graveyard than back in my hand, which is the odd thing. Play a land. Play a storm creature. There's Baral. Alright, so this is where I want to Path to Exile. Force them to use all of their instant speed rituals, right? Wow. Dispel. Do we Ghost Quarter my Ghost Quarter, get an island, Dispel the Dispel? I think so. Oh, we're probably dead if we don't, right? And if they have another Dispel, well, that's not a draw where. I mean, we are designed to beat it, but oddly enough, we just didn't get the lands that we needed, right? Which is also an issue with this deck. Like, if 2 of those Ghost Quarters were islands instead of, I don't know. It's hard to say. So they get to loot here as well. We're just gonna have to hope that they can't go off. We don't see a Past in Flames in the graveyard quite yet. So this is where we go. F6, opponent, what can you do here? Do you have another ritual into a Past in Flames? Sleight of Hand is a good start for us. Means they may not have it. They weren't prepared to maybe use that much mana. Never mind. If that last card is Past in Flames, we are going to cry. We are going to cry. Or Gifts. Gifts. Okay, Past in Flames. So it looks like they have it, right? They have a bunch of rituals in the graveyard. That's a lot of mana they're going to get. Yeah, they have a lot of things they can do here. Do they have the Grape Shot? Yeah. So there's one Grape Shot in the graveyard. We're at 14. That's a Grape Shot in the graveyard. And as soon as they cast it, we are going to hit that concede button. I'm going to go for gifts. Come on, you have the kill. This is some BM right here, isn't it? They have the kill. I'm not crazy, right? Maybe they're just practicing, Playing a deck like Storm is not easy. If you're interested in a deck like Storm, you really have to get your practice. I might have been, at like 20 life right now. So do I want to give him empty so that I can verdict? Desperate is the one with Splice, right? So yeah. So I give him empty. That might bait them to actually casting empty, and then not grape shotting me. Unlikely to happen. We're pretty dead here. Opponent cast Past in Flames all over again. Definitely think we're pretty dead here. Alright, finally our opponent goes and casts it, and we are dead. So it's great. You were able to see match 1 against Abzan, the way we can grind, but you're also able to see match 2 against a combo deck, a way that we can't grind, and we really have to force the combo as fast as possible. No opportunity to stumble, and even though we have some interaction, it's just going to be a very difficult matchup no matter how way you cut it. So yeah, looks like our opponent got us here. So thanks for watching that match, and stay tuned for the third and final round with Emeria Saheeli.